Hello everybody, welcome back. In the previous video, we have seen the Hibernate example using XML in Eclipse. So there are two ways of creating the Hibernate application. The first method is using XML and the second method is using annotation. So in the previous video, we have seen Hibernate example using XML in Eclipse. Now in this video, I'm going to explain the Hibernate example using annotation in Eclipse. So the Hibernate application can be created with annotation also. And there are many annotations that can be used to create Hibernate applications such as @entity, @id, @table, etc. And Hibernate annotations are based on the JPA2 specification and supports all the features. All the JPA annotations are defined in the Java X.persistence package. Hibernate Entity Manager implements the interfaces and lifecycle defined by the JPA specification. And the core advantage of using Hibernate annotation is that you no need to create a mapping or HBM file. Here Hibernate annotations are used to provide the metadata. Now I'll show you how to create a Hibernate application using annotations. So in order to create a Hibernate application using annotations, first you need to go to the file, new, Maven project. First, you need to create a Maven project for Hibernate application using annotations. So go to File, New, and then Maven project. Then after clicking the Maven project, just select the workspace location here. Just select the workspace location, go to Browse, and select the workspace location or the folder where you want to store your Hibernate files, and then say Next. Then here some artifacts will be displayed here. Then select the Maven archetype. Select the Maven archetype quick start by Apache Foundation. See, select this Maven artifact ID, Maven archetype quick start with version 1.4 by org.apache.maven archetypes. Select this one and say next. Once you say next, then give the group ID as some com.annotation, and then artifact ID you can name anything as a Hibernate annotation or anything, and then say, once you give the name you can say finish. So like that you can create a new Maven project with the name Hibernate annotation, and this is the structure for this Maven project. You have a form.xml here where you declare the dependencies inside the form.xml. This is the form.xml where you need to declare the dependencies. Here no need to configure the jar files, just you need to declare the dependencies inside the form.xml. Now here I had declared the two dependencies here, one for MySQL connector Java and one for Hibernate core. So for this you need to go to Google. You need to go to Google and then search for in the Google you search for Maven repository. In the Google you can go for mavenrepository.com and artifact, and then here you can search for the uh, Hibernate core. You can search for the Hibernate core dependency. Once you search for the Hibernate core dependency, you get many this thing, and this is the Hibernate uh, core, Hibernate ORM, Hibernate cores. Just select this one, and here whichever is the most usage one, you select that one. This is of 15 usages, so just select this one, and then this is the dependency. Just double click on this Maven dependency, then Control C, say Control C, and go back to Eclipse and just paste inside the dependencies. You can paste here inside the dependencies. Similarly, you can search for MySQL connector Java also. Similarly, you can go to Google again and you can search for go back. You can go back and search for MySQL connector dependency. MySQL connector, then you will get this MySQL connector type 4 driver for MySQL. Just select on that. Then here also you will get many many usages here. There are many usages, and select a particular usage which is the most highest one. Just click on that one and then double click on this Maven dependency, then copy Control C, say Control C, and then go back to Eclipse and then paste it here. Paste the dependency here. So this is how you will enter the dependencies into the form.xml. And then next is you have a source or source/main/java folder. First, where this package is created automatically, com.annotation.hibernate annotation, and this com.annotation is the group ID, and this hibernate annotation is the artifact ID. And then no need to create the mapping file for this. For annotation, hibernate application with annotation, no need to create the mapping file. So here there are three files. There are two files. One is Pojo class, that is employee.java, which contains the here import javax.persistence.entity, and @entity annotation is used here. Table name is emp1000. That is automatically this table name will be created. Sorry, table name is emp1000, where this table name is selected here. Then public class employee, then @id. We have used the properties integer id, string first name and last name, and these are the setters and getter methods. Then this is the hibernate.cfg.xml must be stored in this source folder. That is, right click on the source, then new XML file. Go to other and say XML file in the XML folder, then say next time finish. That's how you create this hibernate.cfg.xml. This is the configuration file. And here, what are the properties you have in the configuration file? First property is hpm2 ddl.auto is update, and second property is dialect, where we are using org.hibernate.dialect.mysql dialect. Third is the URL connection.url, that is jdbc:/localhost:3306/hibernate. And the next property is the connection.username, where loop code is the username. Next property name is connection.password, loop code is the password. Next property is connection.driver_class, where this is the driver for the MySQL, com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. And this is the mapping class, Pojo class. So no need to create a mapping XML file for this annotation, Hibernate application using annotation. So just go to this store data.java, which is the client application. And here again configuration, conf equal to new configuration, create a configuration object for the configuration class, and conf.configure and pass the configuration file inside it, hibernate.cfg.xml. Then session factory is an interface. Create an instance for session factory equal to conf.build session factory. Then create an instance for session equal to factory.open session. Then transaction t equal to session.begin the transaction. Then an object for the Pojo class is created. Then set the values for ID, name. You set the values for ID, first name and last name. Then save these values into the Pojo class object and save the Pojo class object into the session. Then say commit the transaction dot commit. Then system dot out dot println successfully saved. Factory dot close the factory, close the session. Then if you run on this application, just say run as the Java application. Then the application is running now. And no need to set the jar files for this Hibernate application using annotations. Just mention the dependencies in form.xml, only Hibernate core dependency and MySQL connector dependency. So successfully saved. So go to MySQL and check whether the record is inserted or not. So the following record is inserted with ID 4, first name is Mini and last name is Reddy. So this is how to create the Hibernate application using annotations. Hope you understood. So I'll continue in the next video.